Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, the 23rd day of March. Here we go. Well, this is in prep for Purim, the actual day. I'm going to, as fast as I can, remind you about some of the things that we could get wrong on the day of Purim. A lot of it's review of stuff we've done in the last couple of weeks, but here goes. Okay, please remember, first of all, that you should try and fast until the end of the reading of the Megillah at night, and only break your fast with the guidance of a rabbi if you're weak or ill. But otherwise, regular people should try and not eat until after the reading of the Megillah. Remember the important law that if you miss a word during the Megillah, it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh no, the whole thing's ruined. You can say the word that you missed orally or out of the Chumash you're reading from or whatever, as long as it's not a lot of words. Can't be the batch of words at the beginning of the Megillah. Can't be the batch of words at the end of the Megillah. It can't be a batch that tells a whole piece of the story. But as long as it's a word here or there, you could say it if you missed it, and that'll be important. Maybe the most important reminder I'll be giving you right now, because somebody might cough or make noise during one of the Hamans and you might not hear that Haman. You can say it yourself and still continue on and be fine, because you only have to get the majority of the Megillah heard from the reader. You must get every single word, but the majority could be from the reader reading it to you, and then some words here and there can be words that you read out of a printed Chumash or something like that. No drinking at night. No, there is no mitzvah to be drinking anything alcoholic on the night of Purim. That mitzvah is wine, and it's during the day of Purim. Remember Al Hanisim, of course. It has to be recited in all the Shemona Esreis and the benchings, and if you forget to say Al Hanisim, then you don't have to repeat the benching or the Shemona Esrei. Remember also that you should dress up in your fine clothing during the reading of the Megillah, and your house should pretty much look beautiful and neat, like as if it's a Shabbos. That's the respect that we give to this great day of Purim. For those of you who, God forbid, missed the mitzvah of Parsha Zachor when it was read on Shabbos, there are some who say that you can fulfill the mitzvah when the reader reads the short Torah reading in the morning of Purim. Speak to your rabbi if you need that done for yourself. And that is as far as the reading of the Megillah in the morning. Remember that when we answer Amen to the Shechayanu on the Megillah of the morning, what we are doing is thinking about the other mitzvahs of the day that we will be doing for the first time, which are like the gifts to the poor, and the Shalach Manos, and the Seuda, and stuff like that. Because the Megillah, you have already said a Shechayanu on that on the first night. Remember that when you eat the Purim Seuda, you should make certain to start the Seuda while it's still daytime, and it could be near the end of the day, but you should get like the majority of your eating in during daylight hours still. And then remember that during the actual Seuda, when you are going to drink some wine and eat some delicious food, but remember the theme of what you're doing. We are praising God for the great help that He gives to us always. In every generation, someone's trying to destroy us, and we thank God at all times for saving us from those situations. You should not just be thinking about getting drunk and stuffing your face with food. There is a Suda, and we do celebrate, but don't forget the spiritual things that are happening. Remember to still have a plan to be able to bench in some respectable way, even though you will have had some wine. Remember that Mincha happens before the Suda. Remember that Marav happens on the night after the Suda at a good time when your head is all clear and that you can daven properly. We never, ever daven to God a Shemona Esrei when we are drunk. We never do that, ever. The Birchas Hamazon, as I've told you at the end of the Seuda, could have you be a little tipsy, but it still must be said respectfully. And those are some of the laws that you need to know going into this Purim. Have a meaningful Purim. It's not just a wild party. It's supposed to be meaningful, bring you close to God in great, great joy for all of the good things that God gives us. Have a meaningful Purim, once again. And we'll tell you more about Shushan Purim for the message that we're going to give you sometime on Purim, I hope. Bye-bye.